Hello gardening friends. I'm taking a very quick walk through my garden today. It is the middle of November and things are a mess. I'm trying to get everything closed out, cleaned up, and organized for when colder weather starts to hit. And I've decided to dress up a little bit for this video. I just came back from church and I thought I'd just come out here and make a video. Everybody's asking, what does Debbie look like? We never see her because she's always taking the pictures. Okay, so I've got on my pink and my purple. And you can see what my face looks like. So now you'll have a name to the face. Okay, so as I walk around, I'm going to show you the things in the background and explain what's going on right now. I have these swimming pools that I used for organizing my dirt and my soil and some of my crops as well. And when I did this, it was with the thought that I'm going to take the dirt back out and mix it with sand so that it will be better to use on the garden next year. I'm not real happy with the bagged soil. You can see there's some in the blue swimming pools. I'm not real crazy about this brand. I don't think it did what I needed done this year. Everything just was kind of like glue when I used this bag, and I had to amend it with a lot of stuff like perlite and peat moss and some other soil. So I probably will not recommend using this for anything unless you just want to use it for small containers or growing lettuce. Okay, and back over here is the back of the greenhouse, and it's starting to get very hot already because right now the temperatures are probably in the mid 80s, and tonight it'll probably get below 70. I think it's supposed to be 65, so we have some strange temperatures going on right now. So let me move around to another place in the garden. I'll explain what's going on over there. You can see my asparagus that's growing along the back fence in containers. And then there's goji berry bushes in front of that. And over here is another row of asparagus and goji bushes in front. I have two rows. Over here is the open part of the garden. There used to be a bunch of bags of soil here that I grew sweet potato vines in, and I've collected all of them, so now nothing is there. It's just a bare open patch and it needs to be cleaned up. You can see the piece of plastic over there. That's going to be spread over this so that weeds don't start coming up. And this is the front of the greenhouse. You can see how sizable it is. It's 8 by 10 and about 6 feet tall. And that is pallet wrap. Yes, pallet wrap. Not sheets of plastic, it's pallet wrap. You just tie it off and walk all the way around it repeatedly and overlap, and then cut the pieces when you're done and make the door. This is what I call the long row because it's actually a flower bed against the fence, but it's so overgrown right now you can't really see very well. There's red Detroit beets planted in there along with some noble spinach, and it's just now really starting to come up. You can't see it because there's a bunch of comfrey right in front of it, and the comfrey looks very good. But you can also see that I'm using a rain gutter system along the fence to grow shallow crop vegetables like lettuce. And this makes things very easy to water because I water on the top and everything falls down to the ground into the bed underneath. Very efficient for water usage. And these containers, believe it or not, they are sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes in November. It's just an experiment. I had a bunch of little ones that were left because they didn't grow very well in the bags of soil, and I decided to just go ahead and throw them in here. I needed a place to go with the dirt anyway. So you can see there's different colored tags on there for different varieties, and we'll see if any of them happen to make it. If not, I haven't really lost anything. These containers are what I call overflow from the greenhouse. Most of these do not need to go into the greenhouse. And if I lose some of them, it's not that big a deal because I have plenty already in the greenhouse. So these are really extras. They're kind of expendable. And you can see next to the greenhouse, there's quite a few items also. And here are all of my fig trees. They're in a row on the west side of the house. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if you can hear me very well because I'm right next to the neighbor's air conditioning unit and the wind is blowing, but you can still see the pictures. It's a whole row of fig trees.